the oldest. Joey was next to last. They called Joe crazy. The baby they called Kid Blast. Some say that they lived on gambling and running numbers too. Seem like they always get caught between the mild and the men in blue. But the truth was found from there. No one ever really knew for sure where they were really at. When I tried to strangle Larry, Joey almost hit the roof. He went out that night to seek revenge, thinking he was a bulletproof. The war broke out at the break of day, and it emptied out the streets. Joey and his brothers, they suffered terrible defeats. Then they ventured out behind the lines, and they took 5 prisoners, and they stashed them away in a basement, and they called them amateurs. The hostages were trembling when they heard a man explain, "Blow this a place to kingdom come. They can't innocent take the blame." Now Joey stepped up and he raised his hand, saying, "We're not those kind of men. There's peace and quiet, but we need to go back to work again." Joey, Joey, ain't all the same. Joey when they met, 5 to 10 said Joey. The judge says that's just exactly what you get. He did 10 years in Annika, reading Witchy and Willie on Ride. They threw him in the hole one time when he tried to stop a strike. His closest fans were black men, as they seemed to understand what it's like to be in society with a shackle on your head. They let him on in 71, and now he lost a little weight. But he dressed like Jimmy Cagney, and I swear he did look big. They tried to find a way back in to the life that he left behind. And the boss, he said, "I have returned, and now I want what's mine." knew that in his later years he would not carry a gun. I'm around too many children, he said. They should never know of one. Yet he walked right into the clubhouse of his lifelong deadly foe. And he emptied out the register and said, tell him it was Crazy Joe. One day they blew him down in a clam bar in New York. He could see it coming through the door when he lifted up his fork. He pushed the table over to protect his family.